excited to meet him. He's coming to the dinner and he's doing the VIP thing with me in next month. So that'll be good.
Okay, cool.
One person asked, have you ever failed a prop firm challenge?
Yes, I have.
How many?
But not because of not be, one, but not because of uh, not because of a violation, because I didn't end in profit. I was down like 2% or something like that for the month.
Got it. Um,
Yeah.
I think as more and more people are interested in prop trading, bro, I think you're just going to get more and more questions about it because it's so appealing. I was talking to somebody last night that was asking me, like, was prop trading around when you first got started? And I was like, bro, the only company that was around was FTMO, and they were not as popular as they are now. So it looked like a scam for a long time. It was sketchy, you
Oh,
know?
really? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
when I
wow.
first, they weren't around 6 years ago. They probably popped up like 4 or 3 years ago. That's when I first saw them. And at first I was like, there's no way this is legit. You know what I mean? But then I worked for the prop firm in New York City for a year and a half. I
Yeah.
saw that,
T2 Love. Yep.
yeah, I saw the prop firm model can work. And then all of a sudden I stopped working there. We started Asfx, and then boom, floodgates open. All these prop firms, bro. This company, that company, this company. I mean, now there's 10 of them that you can choose from. And of
Yeah.
course, some of them are better
Oh,
than
yeah.
others, right? But now I think it's more
Yep.
money is out there than ever before. And this is what I'm telling everybody. I'm like, you don't want, I said this to the guy yesterday. I had a one-on-one with Johnny. I said to him, I'm like, bro, think about it like this. Two things. One, if you want to trade $1 million of your own money, you have to generate more than $1 million in revenue through whatever, whether it's through trading or through another stream, whatever it is, or all of it. But you also have to pay taxes on it. That's me.
Yep.
All the money that I have in my trading account, I had to generate and I've paid taxes on it, right? And then I put it in the trading account and then I've grown it. And then you pay taxes on that when you take the withdrawal, right? So
Exactly.
a lot of taxable events there versus if I can or anyone can prove to a prop firm that they can trade or whatever, and that they'll fund you with $1 million of their money. You don't pay any taxes on that money that you're trading with. You pay just the taxes on the profit split. So it's a much smaller taxable event, and you probably make more money, especially in the short term, because how many of us can make $1 million? I mean, to have $1 million to dump in a trading account, you're going to be taxed at 40%.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make, what is that, like 3 point something million to then still have enough to live
Yeah.
and then, right, in 1 year. And that's not happening
Yep.
for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I think the
Oh,
taxable
yeah.
side of it,
100%.
the taxable side of it is a no-brainer, right? And also, especially for new people, if you're someone like me that like you already have money in an account, then it's more of a what do you want to do
Yep.
because you're already there. But if you don't have money in a trading account, like if you're only trading $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, like the prop firm, it makes sense. Because my second point is,
Yep.
bro, go 10 years from now. What if interest rates are super high and the prop firms that are all available, some of them disappear because money's not as easy to get, blah, 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 blah. And then you regret not taking advantage of it when it is available. You know,
Exactly.
I don't know what it's going to be like
Yep.
in 10 years. So I feel like for the new
100%.
guys, you don't want to live in regret. You want to be able to take action on it now. See, the thing about it, bro, like, you know, you're a great trader. I like to think that I'm a pretty decent trader. We can consistently grow money without blowing the account. That's really what it's about, right? Just not blowing the account,
Yep.
not blowing out, not taking more losses and winning more money than you're losing, right? If you can do that, you can trade
100%.
anybody's money, right? You should be able to do it with any amount of money. And of course, it's psychologically a little bit difficult if you get caught up in it. But I think
Yeah.
the problem, a lot of people talk shit on the prop firms, and I never do, because the people that talk shit, I don't think they know how to trade that well. So they fail the challenge and they blame the prop firm company instead of just blaming themselves
Yes.
for not having
Yeah.
a system. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. I obviously I had decent amount of capital that I had built up and traded obviously up until the end of December. And then I saw everyone like joining, getting on this prop firm thing. And in January, I was like, well, if I know I can trade. I've got myself a good amount of personal
You already
capital. But
had
if I can just get
results.
myself, yeah, yeah, I already had results. So I was like, let me try these the prop firms. And I've actually just passed another challenge with with my Forex funds. I went with them to give them a go. And I've actually just passed the first phase. Should get the second phase credentials
Beautiful.
tonight. And yeah, so
How does
I'll
that
keep
work?
everyone
So
updated on that. I think I'm gonna do a video on my
when should you, yeah, that would be great. I'd love to see a video on that. When do you plan, like, how does that work? When should you see a payout for them? Because that's always what I want to see is show me the payout and
yeah,
then we
yeah.
can say that they're legit enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So obviously I've got I've got like 4 payouts from FTMO, so they definitely pay out. And my Forex funds, so I've got to make 5% in a 60 calendar day. So in 2 months, I've got to make 5%, which
That's not
I
bad.
should be able to do. Yeah, not bad. And then after that, I get the live account. So a month after that, so I'd say probably maybe like end of September, I
Nice.
can tell you
Nice.
if they pay out or not.
Good.
So yeah,
Good. We
yeah,
have a couple questions here. Tariq said James
sure.
often speaks about using the 1 minute pullback for better risk reward. Can we hear about that? We kind of talked about that already, Tariq. James, do you want to elaborate on it much more? Can you
Sure, I
elaborate?
can give a
Yeah.
basic I can give a basic explanation. So basically, when you get that 50-minute shift candle, we know that shift candles can pull back. So after the shift candle, I'll take an entry, but then I'll go down to the 1 minute and wait for that pullback to the 1 minute 50 EMA. And once you get a rejection off there, you can stack and add in. It just adds confidence and with better risk to reward ratio. If that
Perfect
makes
answer.
sense.
To
Should
tie
make
it
sense.
back
Yep.
into what we were talking about before too, look at GBP AUD here. So for the people that wanted to try to buy it here, look at what it's done. Held the 21
Yep.
EMA,
Yep.
holding the short-term
21.
downshift,
Yeah.
and now it's coming lower, right? Let's see GBP
So
NZD.
tough to buy those.
So tough, bro. Look at it now. It looks great. It's like, oh, it's at the 800. Let's buy it. It's going to bounce here. It bounced here last night. Right, bro. But now, what is it?
Yeah.
It's in a downshift. It was in an upshift here last
Yeah.
night. You see, the shift happened yesterday afternoon. So naturally, it can hold that 800 and bounce off of it. But now, short term, that's not
Yep.
what it's saying it wants to do. So that short term shift, man, people just don't like EMAs because they're biased because someone on Instagram or someone in a YouTube video that doesn't show profits, that no one knows who they are, they convince this person to say EMAs don't work. We're not saying to just trade off
Yeah.
EMAs. That is not what me, James, or anybody in Asfx does. But to not use EMAs is like ignorant, in my opinion. They're giving you the trend. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you the bias.
Yep. They're moving trend. Yep. And you know what I've found, like, because bro, I've been through it all. So I tried Elliott waves. I tried no nonsense Forex. I tried trading the daily chart. I tried Fibonacci. I tried everything. And the thing I like about ASFX is that we not only and I tried moving average crossovers before.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're not trading moving average crossovers. We're
No.
using price action with the EMAs, which is in confluence. So that's what I think is so great about the way that we trade as an ASFX family, is that we're not using only EMAs or only price action. We're using them in confluence with each other, which just adds extra probability, higher probability wins.
It's and then more than that, it's the EMAs gather the information from price. The TDI is getting information from volume. So we're getting all this information, and when it all lines up saying to trade one either short or long, or maybe it's saying it's indecisive, either way, that's giving you the information you need to then figure out where probabilities lie. And all trading is probabilities. We never know the outcomes. It's always unknown, you know? So it's always about probabilities.
Exactly.
But bro, this has been awesome. I appreciate you coming on and talking us through the GBP AUD idea and explaining the thought process there. I appreciate you answering questions. Everybody loves it. I know they do. And I look forward to filming with you tomorrow. I know we're going to film a little video for your channel. So everybody, before we send James out of here, make sure you go subscribe to James's channel on YouTube. You can search James Bruce and pull him up. I can actually send it to in the chat right here. You got any closing remarks for us, James, before I let you go?
Well, yeah, I got that video of you and I dropping tonight. I finally figured out there was something wrong with the formatting, something like that. So I figured it out over the last. I was actually busy sorting that out, and it's dropping this evening. So
cool.
So yeah, I look forward to that. It's a nice, like 50-minute video, so it should be good. I think there's some good nuggets in there. But thanks so much for having me, Austin. I really, really appreciate coming on here and interacting with you guys.
Always, bro. We'll talk later.
100%. Cheers.
Beautiful.